I think that number raises a pertinent question. This is a thought.
You know, I don't think this show...
I now realize...
You know, I'm really...
What? Wake me when...
Oh, terrific, terrific.
More!
You know, that was almost...
What did you think?
I've had it with you guys. I'm not gonna...
Well, I wish they had done that differently.
Every show, Statler and Walt.
You know, I really like that.
That was an amazing mess of media... Well, shall we leave?
Why should we leave now? The worst part's over.
Well, shall we... That reminds me, yeah, this show is good for what ails me. Well, let's go wild.
Wow.
Now that...
I think I ought to see a doctor. Yeah, you never know when something funny... What was that?
It's called the...
Well, shall we call it a...
The older I get, the more I appreciate... I thought for once the show really... Encore!
Bravo!
This show brought a tear to my eye.
Poor fellow, lost his... You want to hear me sing?
Only if you sing...
Oh.
What are we waiting for?
For it to get tacky. Well, they say all good... have we ever...
Well, I really like this show tonight. You know, I wouldn't mind this.
Why do... Yeah, this show is good for what ails... That was weird.
I'll tell the world.
Go ahead.
That was weird. This is our thought.
What's that?
After this show, nothing hurts.
13 years. Kind of hard to believe that it's been that, but it's been 13 years and then some since the original TGS Blood Bowl tournament where Crendorians, and Little Skittles first took the pitch. 13 years of long, hard slogs through one Blood Bowl game after another, culminating in finally the Crendorian Viewer Tournament. 25 seasons later, we find ourselves where we are today. Here to watch Rainers, Amazons, the Globiogim Purple Cobras playing against FenN's Underworld team, the Modal Miners. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the finals. I hope y'all are ready and excited, because I sure I am. I'm not so excited that I can't even finish the sentence properly. Ladies and gentlemen, you're ready. I'm ready. Shall we continue? Or indeed we shall, for I'm not giving you an option. Today, as I said, it is the finals of the Crendor Season 25 playoffs. And because of the way it's going to work, we're going to talk about our teams. First off, we're going to go with our home team, the Globium Purple Cobras, on the left side of the field. This Amazon team is, well, mildly disappointing. Not for their record, mind you. They don't have names, except for Alan Tudyk and Ben Stiller for some reason. But that being said, fairly decent lineup here. We have two Jaguar Warrior blockers, a bunch of linewomen, and a thrower. One player that is out this week, but down here at the bottom of the list, we'll not worry about Melisande Blunder. But we do have our warriors, Alan Tudyk, getting block and guard over the course of the season. So, Blodge, defensive guard, what a player indeed. Meanwhile, similar over here, we at least always have Blodge alongside with defensive, but this one, Ben Stiller getting mighty blow and pile driver. A little bit more of a blitzer versus a defender, and definitely a hunter killer with pile driver, depending on how well you want to use those foul dice. Meanwhile, we have a whole bunch. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Eagle Warrior linewomen. We have Alien collateral damage with dodge, tackle, wrestle, and shadowing. Analius the Saint with shadowing and tackle on top of the base dodge. Hyliana the Mountain, Masan the Tick, and Basteria the Invisible, all with just block. That'll be decent enough for the line, certainly. Shakara the Mountain has herself tackle. There's some decent ability here to stop at people with dodge. That's absolutely for sure. Fair amount of tackle thrown around everywhere. Hope it's not quite diving tackle, so no one's going to specifically forget about it, as per the meme. But otherwise, we still have 3 unleveled Eagle Warrior line women, perfectly capable of doing whatever they want to do. And of course, Alice the Ruby, a Python Warrior thrower with dodge, on the ball, pass, and safe pass. So, any ability to fail a pass will not turn into a turnover, which is good, very good even. But yeah, otherwise we have 3 rerolls, 5 dedicated fans to aid in those kickoff events where it happens. 1 apothecary making sure the whole thing is ready to go and keep people on the pitch for when they need to be. But how about those statistics in history? Played 10 matches, 8 wins over the course of this, with 2 draws and 0 defeats. Rainer is doing very well over his season. And taking the second, as I said earlier, second place in Division C, he beat Uchimaru Hoshi. He beat everybody, basically. He only tied with Krell and Geriatric. So yeah, And then with the playoffs, he beat off Jorsley, Kindrin, and Bitwise Bard, of all people, to get himself here in the finals match. There should be some interesting players for him to deal with, and he certainly has. But how will he fend off against his opponent today in the finals? It is FenN! Friend of the channel and fellow admin, the Modal Miners. Let's see what happens with him playing in the visitor side of the pitch. Underworld Denizens this time round, so a good mix of goblins and Skaven and weird things. Starting with Barry the Scat Rat, the mutant rat ogre. He's got a lot of things. Animal Savagery, Frenzy, Loner, Mighty Blow, Prehensile Tail, but also Juggernaut and Claws. This guy's going to be a real banger to deal with, assuming he's allowed to do anything with that, with Animal Savagery. Skaven Blitzer, Super Locretian the Second, Animosity and Block. Maybe not the greatest amount of stuff, but well, he's actually unleveled, so there you go. Pretty basic, but you know, he can be useful. Lydian Augmented. Look at this person's got some stuff. Gutter Runner, it's Blodge, Two Heads, Monstrous Mouth, and Sprint. That is a effective 12
Well, I really like this
movements.
show tonight.
At these prices, who's gonna complain?
Effectively a 12 movement Gutter Runner that always will dodge on a 2-up, even into tackle zones, and can't have the ball stripped from them. That is insane. So keep it out for this guy. Lydian Dominant II. Into a Skaven Thrower with Animosity, Pass, Sure Hands, and Leader. So an extra reroll on top of all of that as long as he's on the pitch. Should be useful, especially to get that ball to the Gutter Runner further down the field than ever. Couple of basic Clan Rats. Dorian B2 with Strip Ball. Mixlodian B6 with Wrestle, and Aeolian B5 the second with just nothing. He's unleveled. But now we're going into the Goblins. We have two Goblins. Super Locrian BB7. He got a couple of levels on him. Mostly with Sneaky Git. Holy crap, what's the Sneaky Git gonna do? Is he going to step on people? We sure hope so. Phrygian Dominant II, unleveled. So he's just a baseline Goblin. But we also have a bunch of Snotlings, and Lord Howdy, look at this one. Lydian the number 2 with Diving Tackle and Big Hand, of all things. Yeah, that's an interesting Snotling. Usually these guys don't want to get levels. You just want to fire them and keep your team value a little bit more under control. But we'll see if that Snotling can do anything. Harmonic Minor the 5th, Dorian 11 the 3rd, Ionian number 5 the 2nd, Melodic Minor the 3rd, and Locrian Natural 6 the 3rd. All of these Snotlings, I'm imagining these guys have gotten killed a lot. 3 rerolls, 4 fan factor, or dedicated fans rather. I've been playing Blood Bowl 2 recently. And the Apothecary. Both sides with the ability to keep their players on the field. That'll be good enough for the moment. But yeah, but definitely that Gutter Runner is the one you're going to be looking out for. That Gutter Runner, you get Gutter Shark because of the big mouth? Hell yeah. Definitely. Meanwhile, FenN's lineup is a little bit less impressive than Rainer's. Which, by the way, I see you, Rainer, in chat. How's it going, friend? 7 victories, 2 draws, and 1 defeat for FenN here. An 80% win rate, slightly less of a number than Rainer's, but still impressive to say the least. Certainly better than mine. Tying up Helena in the regular season in Div D, as well as with Denipsu, beating Grant, beating Jorsley, beating King John II, losing to Gray, beats Bali, beats Von Kaw of all people. If you beat Von Kaw, that's definitely a good thing for you. In the playoffs, even. He then proceeded to beat Class Berserk and Krell in the playoffs. So this should be really good for a matchup to get. Oh, speaking of FenN, it is kind of the finals, isn't it? hang on. I've got to turn Discord on. There it goes. Now they can hear you.
Oh, very good. Okay, apparently there's a finals on, guys. That's what I've been told.
Yeah. That was your only loss
go.
this season, to Kinder? Yeah, so it would seem, yeah. So, honestly, I think both sides, FenN, this could go either way. What are you thinking?
It could. I'm a little bit scared. Obviously, Rainer's done very, very well.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those weird games where we're kind of foils for each other.
Yeah.
Because I want to knock things down and foul, and he's just got masses of blodge.
Yep.
And he wants to be at less TV and G-star players, and I'm an Underworld team, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Plus the amount of tackle he has on the field. If
it's only 3.
It's only 3, but it's enough to make it difficult for your gutter runner. As crazy as your gutter runner might be.
That's what the 4 rerolls are for, though. It'll be fine.
That's also true.
Yeah, it basically depends how much I can attrition his team right. Like, he's going to be punching with a mighty blow, and I've got a rat ogre that'll be removing snotlings too.
Yeah.
But it has been the European champion for the last few seasons, so got to do my best to try and keep it in the right hands. Yeah.
Indeed. Plus the added pressure of actually showing off that the admins can actually play.
Well. Well, yeah. We can't even say it's rigged because I did have this team because we cocked up the lottery.
Yes.
It was not a first choice for me at all.
And the best part for that is you can't even blame the lottery on me. I had no part of the lottery this time.
Oh
around.
no, it was entirely my fault. We got to the end. I was like, wait, we didn't spin Underworld. Whoops.
All right. Well, I gotta say, friend, good luck. Have fun.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the stream.
Indeed.
Enjoy casting. I'll hop off and I'll pick Rainer.
Same to you, Rainer. 3 random tackle was pretty lucky rolling. I should say it is.
Yeah. I mean, at least I got a random sprint on a gutter runner at the final.
Did we forget to mention FenN is not only the finals, but he's also the last round of Worlds.
Which is right after this, actually, if you want to do a double.
I wasn't planning on doing a double header, but hey, who knows? All right, good Rainer in chat. Good luck, FenN. I'll hop off. Thank you, friend. Good luck. Have fun. Get out of my chat, and I hope to talk to you in some degree later after the game. FenN, kind of the same to you. Get out of the voice chat, and let's have ourselves a good, clean game. And by clean, we mean bloody.
Very much so. See you in a bit.
See ya. All right. So now the real hard part. We gotta wait for us to have the game start. Which shouldn't take all that long. And both FenN and Rainer are obviously active at the moment. So, actually, hang on. Is it possible? I need to go over to Twitch again. Can it be possible? How do I do a what's the word? Prediction. Where do I do predictions nowadays? I used to be able to do that through Twitch Studio when I was running that. Ah, here we go. All right. How do I adjust this? Okay, there we go. Okay. Name the prediction. Who will take our crown? Round. Yay, Rainer. Big time, FenN. We'll give you 5 minutes. All right. Give you 5 minutes to pull in your poor choices. Let's see how this all works. Gotta minimize that. Go back over here. And here we go, folks. The game is going live. It is going to be the Modal Miners on the top of the screen with the Globler and Purple Cobras at the bottom, because why not? And starting off, the Amazons have either elected to or were able to receive the ball first. Starting with solid defense, Modal Miners will have an opportunity to reset their lineup a little bit, except for line of scrimmage. So, how have they set it up, actually? We have Harmonic Miner the 5th, the Underworld Snotling on the line, alongside Aeolian B5 the 2nd, and Phrygian Dominant the 2nd. Meanwhile, the rest of his team have Clan Rats and a Blitzer in the center, Gutter Runner, Mutant Ogre, Rat Ogre, the Thrower, and 2 more Snotling and a Goblin in the back. Moving a few folks around. Gutter Runner going a little further back. Clan Rats to the left. He's going to try to go to the left, it seems. I would be careful with this. I've overextended a few times trying to do this, and it's not worked out well. It could be very good for him on the play. And we start with the possession of the ball in the thrower's hands. Rainer looking to start with a little bit of front-line brawling. Can't really blame him. Up. Ball is moving into the center, and here comes the brawling. Dodge on the Goblin, going to prove a bit off of that. Nothing great on the Snotling.
Like an eel.
Sidestep coming into play on those. Those little buggers can be quite slippery. But we do get a POW on the Goblin at the very least. Will we get a removal? No. Not for lack of trying, no. He rolled a 7 on an 8 up. Clan Rat. Clan Rat immediately injured off the bat. That's a quick start to it. Putting the attrition firmly on the side of the Amazons for the moment. Well, that being said, FenN does have a whole bunch of Snotlings, so we will have bodies on the field. They're not great bodies, but they are just still bodies to be replacing things. Alright, pulling a few more players down to protect the thrower. The line isn't exactly impregnable. And a blitz into the Goblin again, still hitting only on the dodging. And pull back the linewoman blitz a bit more as well. Okay. I don't dislike this, actually. That is a solid wall of women. The ball is pretty well protected. And it will be pretty difficult, actually, for a Clan Rat to get in there. And it's positively undesirable to try to blitz with the Gutter Runner, who would actually be able to make those 2-up dodges. Although that being said, there's still plenty of the tackle around right there, so you have to worry about that. Where's the third tackle? There it is.
Cool recorded on your Wizwo box, other than old Blood Bowl matches jump.
Yes.
So if I had to guess, it's going to end up being that the tackle players are going to stick around the ball handler the best they can. What is FenN going to try and do with this? We got guard in the middle, the Amazons do.
travels through history.
Oh, here it comes. It's a Rat Ogre Blitz. I was hoping for something like this.
That some of the plots are a little overblown. Just like the slender guy.
And he does get the hit on Ben Stiller. That's another injury.
And going.
Both sides taking some hits right away. And that's a blocker. That's an early apothecary use needed by Rayner. And it didn't help. That apothecary did not help. That is an injured player right off the bat. And it looks like there is one player that can, in fact, be brought in, but the damage is being done. It's always a choice whether Underworld put goblins or clan rats on the line of scrimmage. It truly is, but for the moment, it's appeared to work halfway well.
Did you know? Back in 24,
So it's a clan rat that got injured versus a jaguar warrior. So that's one of the force strength pieces for the Amazons out of the way immediately, which is always major.
Very nice moves.
Oh, here comes shadowing. Failing as the dodge also succeeds. And that goblin is able to get away reasonably well. Gutter Runner beginning to move about a little bit. Oh, this is going to...
There's only one word to say about this ball.
Ooh, pardon, this is going to look into a major game. That's a stun. Okay, tackle on the goblin. He's not getting away. As easily at the very least. Is Rayner going for the idea of having the thrower carry the ball all the way down? Well, that's your choice. How do you want to take it? You want to move forward or stay put? And I'm guessing the idea is to move forward. That's another injured goblin! Ladies and gentlemen, it's an angry, bloody game. I love it. It's turn 2 and there's 3 injuries already.
Pass opportunity there.
I gone for entire games without getting injuries. And yet, the 2 turns. And there's already 3 dudes not coming back onto the pitch. 2 of them aren't even necessarily the ones you'd want to be farming off of anyway. Which is even better, because now you got the farming pieces to go after for later. Right, Python thrower in the middle of a decent pile of players.
He'll get an assist now.
And that's going to be rough to deal with. And tackle right next to more people. Good dodge away from the prehensile tail. That's always risky. All right. Bringing up the lion woman. Oh, nice side. Outside of what happened to Joyceley, this has been a bloody start to a match. Absolutely, Doc. All right. By the way, what did the prediction look like? And can I tell that on my phone?
Look at all those players sitting down on the job. There'll be trouble with the unions if this carries on.
No, I want the dashboard. There it is. That's chat. Mod action. There it is. Okay, so looking over the prediction, and it looks like we have a fairly decent split here. 52 to 48% favoring Rayner. All right. Well, let's see. Barry the Scat Rat, while I was looking at that, did himself a little blitz and got himself in the middle of folks. Didn't get any
has just
hits,
sent you a rather
and was able to move
intimate
around
piece of
one of
Can I
his
take a look?
snotlings.
What does ogre on ogre action
Well, the Rat Ogre is in the is basing 4 Amazons. It's not the worst place for the Rat Ogre to be, but I can think of some better ones as well. 5 strength at this moment in time will get you 1 dice against him.
That'll do, player. That'll do.
Yep, that's a 1 die, and that lineman is only marked by a snotling. And unfortunately, this alley on the right side is still pretty wide open. Ruby can't get to the end zone, but this linewoman certainly can for a fairly easy pass. Or even a handoff.
That's a good choice for this play.
Getting a POW on a
Are they
3 die on the
dancing or
snotling.
fighting?
It's only a 6 up, so this could also be another injury.
Hey, that looks
It's
almost
not,
competent.
but it is a stun. I mean, you would think that the injuries would be on the snotlings more than not. And yet, a clan rat and a goblin have taken the hit.
That
Harmonic
is
Miner
as
the
slippery as
5th.
an
We're
eel,
going to take
but
another
not
shot
one
at
as
some of the
cunning.
easy ones to kill. And will we?
That'll help the player move without
Yes.
risk.
No, not really. This is looking like a good position for Rainer in this drive.
Unity is strength.
Getting a 1 die against a Rat Ogre, that actually succeeded. Most durable snotlings you've seen so far. You'd be surprised at how strong these things can be.
That player better get up.
Rat
Nothing
Ogre
more
on
comes
his
from
back.
spending any time on the ground in
That's
this
no
game.
prehensile tail on Mason or Shakara. And actually, that's no tackle zones on them at all. Whether they want to be moving is a different matter. Well, anyway, as I stated before, technically Rainer could in fact score on a handoff / pass and 1 GFI. Not the worst things that could happen. Admittedly, an early lead into a possible 12 movement gutter runner is not superbly desirable, considering he can score faster than you can. Well, we're beginning to run out of time and start ticking at his bonus time. Closing up a little bit of the hole, he's deciding
Players arrive to
to
assist
just
their
move
teammate.
forward slowly. That still doesn't put the thrower into position to score. But now, both these 2 linewomen are right there without even needing a GFI. One needs a dodge. But getting the ball to that linewoman would basically guarantee a score unless FenN does something crazy. And it's Crenbowl. We love crazy here. There will be 2 more snotlings for FenN. Here comes the blitz, getting right through that block lineman.
A prone player is a dead player. Oft times at any rate.
That's about as far as he's going to move, considering he's only got 4 agility. He's only got a 4-up agility. Nothing down here. At the moment, both sides are reasonably good for their benches. Nope, they're not going to be down players. There's some part of me that is somehow exceedingly psychic. Because with that injury, the Amazons will be down to 10 players at the beginning of the next drive. Never mind the next half. But with also that skull that FenN has chosen to save his reroll on.
I now realize television has one major advantage over a live stage show.
Huh? What's that?
A television you can turn off.
Nice.
Splat.
There is well, I suppose actually you can take the thrower in now, since he took that line woman over. I would not have gone that direction, but that's probably why I'm not in the finals and Rainer is. A successful use of dodge. Rainer's in a very good spot, but he really should not be too keen on stalling too fast. Underworld can be surprisingly brawly, especially when you get rat ogres involved. Trying to go for a foul on the gutter runner, which I approve of. Only getting a 3, the +4, so no armor break, but also no expulsion. That's important. If that turned into an expulsion, Rainer would be down to 9 players for the rest of the game. That'd be really bad for him. Admittedly, Snotlings barely count for like half a player, so it really could kind of go either way. But you really need to be more like an elf team in order to pull off that variety of elf bullshit and be down to like 8-9 players and still be able to be a fairly competent team. And especially when you get down below even that, things get even worse. FenN is thinking about what he wants to do. His thrower is in the middle of a pile. His rat ogre is right next to more line women. He can figure out a way to do that, but he also needs to worry about harrying the ball carrier as well. Blitzer has blocked, so this is not the worst situation for him. And he can reposition. Really needs to try to force Rainer into scoring sooner than later. Oh, he knocks out his own Snotling. That could possibly come back, but he is able to save the hit against the linewoman who's stunned.
Not this time.
Primal Fury barely acts as a big guy problem. As long as you have some guy next to you that you don't mind hitting. Skaven thrower doing some more pushing. Quite technically. The blood, indeed, class. The blood has been flowing. It is turn 4, and we have already had 4 injuries, 2 on a side, and 1 KO apiece. So both players are down to 8 players on the field. And with that successful foul for FenN, it's possible that Rainer is facing down 8 players for the next drive, depending on what they think. Well, by the way, we missed. I don't know what the inducements necessarily were. So I'm unsure if people have bribes or babes. There's no loners on the field, so nobody took any mercenaries. FenN might have a man advantage, which is very good. I mean, at the moment, he definitely does. That KO that Raynor just suffered puts him at 8 now, but he is definitely at 9 for the rest of the game
weird.
otherwise.
I'll tell the world.
Go ahead.
That was weird. Weird.
Dyson Anchor, thank you for the raid, my friend. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. It's Crenbowl Finals. We are having ourselves a massive game here. Here with the championship match of our own little miniature league over here. Here, under normal circumstances, I have something called the Ferala Gatekeeper, which I could use. There it is. But it's the finals. We don't want to miss anything here. Another KO for the Underworld side. This is turning out to be a real slobber knocker. And Raynor, the Amazon team, versus FenN, the Underworld team. Amazon's choosing to be a little bit more stally right now, and I can't say I blame them. The amount of damage both sides are taking is proving to be kind of beneficial for both sides in their own way, even if the Amazons can't replace nearly as many players. FenN still has their gutter runner on him. That the rat knocked me out of the running clean turn 18 one-turner. Yikes, yeah. That gutter runner of his can be obnoxious. Potential 12 movement. He's in a position to do something if he can get the ball loose. Yeah, it's a cheeky snotling next to the ball carrier. You know what? The problem is the ball being. Oh, he's next to dodge. He's next to tackle. And he injures himself on the dodge. And there you go. That.
He's close.
He didn't even have didn't even have dodge. So tackle didn't even come into play. It was literally just a couple of snake eyes. And a KO'd snotling as well. Man, FenN is losing people left and right now. He's down 6. He can get 3 of them back. But he's down both of his clan rats and a goblin. Okay, 2 of his 3 clan rats, I guess. But he's down to 5 players on the pitch this drive. He's got a goblin, a clan rat, a blitzer, the rat ogre, and the gutter runner down here.
Hey, that play looked almost competent.
Meanwhile, the Amazons are at 4-7? 7? Well, the Amazons should only be at 8. What am I missing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, no. I missed the 1 on the ground. That was my mistake. So yeah, Amazons are currently up on players 8-5. They are in a good spot to score. But they do give the Underworld team the second turn 8. So if Class is correct, and I have no reason to believe he's not, FenN has a possibility to turn a 1-turn touchdown right at the end of the half to tie it. And this is the finals and playoffs even. We don't do ties here. We need to play it all the way. That being said, though, the amount of attrition dealt here, it's already going to be kind of tough to deal with. It's harder for the Amazons, but the Underworld team has 4 snotlings on its bench, and it's down 3 players permanently. Some of those KOs are going to want/need to come back in order to keep FenN truly competitive here. Why is the Rat Ogre going down with a gutter runner?
Great.
Well, Free up, foul. That turning into an injury, so that's more removal. And it's not even and the ref is blind. Must be from Brazil. Timely reference. That puts the Amazons down to 7 players. Yeah, 7 players on the pitch and 8 for the match. This has been a brutal half. Absolutely brutal.
Can't argue with that call, can you?
Keeping them safe for the next half. You know, very fair. Very fair, class. I don't pretend to know everything about this game. I don't even pretend to be good at this game. I mean, fuck, I actually have a fairly reasonably held up opinion and philosophy that you actually can't be good at this game. You can only be better at dealing with the probabilities and that variety of such. But too much of this game is, but everything about this game being based on a dice roll just means that even a perfect plan will still fail on a snake eyes.
Did you know the Spike Magazine trophy was forged in hell? And it's face down for all.
You gotta love this. At least it didn't turn into anything against him. The wrestle against block is not half bad.
Now his buddy can move freely.
Just a knockdown on that. But it's also enough to get the Goblin out for another foul. No armor break, no ejection. It's turn 8 for Rainer. He has one thing, and one thing he really should do only. Score. Anything else that he tries to do has a possibility of failure. And if he fails on any of them, he can't score. Which, admittedly, wouldn't be the worst thing ever in this situation, I suppose? Because it wouldn't give... It would make it almost impossible for FenN to score again as well. But I can't fault him necessarily for trying for more injuries on the Goblin. That said, we're in the touchdown. We're at the end zone. Dance, Amazon! Dance with your snake on your arms!
Return to the action.
One KO comes back from both sides.
Missing one of their key players. I smell weakness. I wonder if their opponents do too.
Amazons with 8 players. How are they going to deal with this? 3 players with block, 1 with tackle, 3 unleveled linewomen, and the thrower. No positionals outside the thrower remain. Both of the Jaguar Warriors, the 4-strength Amazons, are in fact injured, so they're not coming back at all. FenN does have 1 turn to equalize it. And if Rainer's not careful, he could create a situation where FenN could more actively 1 turn, and I think he might have accidentally done exactly that. These 2 linewomen right here. You do something silly, you might be able to get the gutter runner push. You might be able to get the chain push necessary. But this hole is going to be the one to deal with. Move the Snotling up, then the Goblin, then you blitz around to chain push the Gutter Runner. Though the Frenzy on the Rat Ogre would make this so much easier. You get 2 blocks for the price of 1 with Frenzy. How is he going to do this? He needs to be able to push the gutter runner one step forward. Push the Amazon here, and then there, pushing the snot. Oh, he's got to fill this hole too. Pushing the snotling there, to then push the gutter runner out that direction. But he needs to fill this hole. He needs to fill this hole. Needs to fill this hole. 2 pushes. 5 strength versus 3 at 4. That's still 2 dies. That's 2 dies, and all he needs are pushes, dodges. That's a 1 in 2. On any of the dice rolls, he's got a chance at this. But like I said, he needs to fill this spot. Election, no. Yes, he needs to fill that spot because sidestep will force him to move there. Cheering fans. Bad habits. Without the loner traits, gain loner until the end of turn. Goblin. Oh, the gutter runner has loner now. The gutter runner has loner. You need to put that snotling right in there. Otherwise, his entire plan doesn't work, boss. I saw you cooking. No! He's ballsed it. He's ballsed it. Wait a minute. No, he doesn't have to use... If he chooses not to use sidestep, he still gets to push. I'm an idiot.
Let's take a quick look at that play. Yes, the unmistakable sign of a player's eyes rolling up into his head.
All right, now the ball just needs to get to the gutter runner. And that shallow pass is made it going to be very difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Clan ran on a 4-up pass. That's not great. The thrower didn't come out of his KO. So one of the final be more entertaining? Yeah, it would sure appear that way. All right.
Yeah. A loose ball is a dangerous ball.
Here it comes. Okay, pickup failed. Reroll the pickup. Okay. He's going to pass to a snotling? Oh, then he's going to hand off the ball. You know what? Fair enough. Still 4-up pass. It's a 4-up pass into a 3-up catch. That could be worse. It could be worse. The 4 to a 3. Perfect. All right. So now that snotling hands off the ball to the gutter runner.
It's just a simple matter of getting the ball at their feet.
Oh, that sucked. Everything succeeded up until that point. Well, that's the end of the half. Rainer takes the half. Gets 1 KO back. That is 8 players on the field. Every KO comes back for FenN.
He's a credit to his race.
What race is that?
The 100-yard dash.
Even more so, like sentient alerts. That alert is so perfect for a gutter runner, you know? Because it would have been a 100-yard dash had he gotten the ball. Okay, well, technically 50. Technically 50. Or 25. Honestly, who cares? He would have run from the middle of the field all the way to the end of the field had he caught the ball, and it would have been basically a 100-yard dash. You know, but at the very least, FenN will receive the ball in this half. We could rather easily get to a tie and then go into overtime. FenN still has one player on the sidelines, so he's playing with 11 versus the Amazons' 8. Admittedly, 5 of those 11 are in fact snotlings. But snotlings are still bodies. They can't really hit. They can get anywhere they want to be. They really can't be hit. But when you just need somebody to harry somebody and bite your ankles, then that's perfectly usable for a snotling. Raynor is still at man disadvantage, which isn't good if the injuries get worse for him. Indeed, indeed. That other KO not coming back didn't help either. Nice deep kick, though. Uh-oh. Matt, free bribes on both sides.
Likes to be well assisted in a
And both sides have shown a predilection for it.
Likes to be well assisted in a fight.
There's another stun. I would say this game is coming up FenN, but he is behind 1-0. I'm actually so thoroughly surprised that the Rat Ogre hasn't done necessarily more. Admittedly, he has been a little bit out of the action, keeping himself safe. So that's definitely one thing. But here he comes. That claw hopefully coming in handy against 8 armor. And it did indeed! It's a broken arm! And that throws Raynor down to a permanent 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, okay. Yeah, a permanent... Okay. A current 7 with a maximum of 8. The injuries and attrition are absolutely worse for Raynor, but we knew of that from the beginning when we had those 4 removals in 2 turns. Gutter runner. Nope, that's not the gutter runner. That's a thrower. Picks up the ball. Which means the entire field is now open for that gutter runner to basically go anywhere with the ball. That gutter runner begins his turn anywhere on the opposing side of the pitch. He can score from literally anywhere. But what are the Amazons going to do in response to this? Well, they're going to stand up the one person they can stand up at the very least. There are 4 players unmarked. You can get a shot against a goblin well enough. If you can remove him, that gets rid of sneaky git. That's always fun to get rid of. No more easy fouls, especially with bribes on the field. That's not a tackle player on the gutter runner, but it's something. And actually, I think he's only got 1 tackle player left who's taking a shot at the gutter runner.
I hope that player
And getting the POW. That's actually major if something can turn of this. It's just a stun. It's just a stun. I'm sure Raynor would have much preferred an injury or a death. But at the same time, FenN still has his apothecary. Raynor being forced to use his turn 1. All right. All the players in the Amazon team are pretty much right here in the middle. That is a perfect, absolute scrum opportunity here. It's not really probably not going to benefit the Amazons to have done that. The last thing Raynor wants right now is more removal against him. He needs every player that he can get. The fact that he still has his thrower is good enough news for him in general. But he really cannot suffer any more casualties before this game is out.
Did you know bathroom facilities have only been built in modern stadia since the last...
But here comes the Gutter Runner. Gutter? No, it's the
was,
Gutter Runner.
well, actually,
It's the
no
Rat
one
Ogre.
yet.
And he's proving to be just as murderous as ever, even if nobody's getting murdered here and just getting pushed around.
That helped the player move without risk.
So the Rat Ogre is now against 2 of the Amazons. Two beautiful Amazons.
Encore! Encore!
He's a credit to his race.
What race is that?
The 100-yard dash.
Can we get a hat trick on that heckle?
That's it. Get in their face.
You know, you gotta love it. Sometimes the heckles break, then just only the one plays.
Encore! Encore!
He's a credit to his race.
What race is that?
The 100-yard dash.
And that is a hat trick! Doc Lovejoy, Kitsu Sakura, and Kindren, you all got the same heckle in a row! Uh-oh. Okay, it's a Snotling. They use a reroll on... No, they use dodge on that. Well, it's technically a reroll. Barry can LARP as a Gutter Runner if he had Break Tackle. Well, sure. I mean, you can't have everything.
A good coach
But
always
being
uses
perfectly
right
honest,
player
Juggernaut and
right
Claw is
job.
still not nothing either.
Oh, terrific, terrific, wonderful.
Say, is your friend the avocado here some kind of professional critic?
Nah, he's just unemployed.
You should go to work.
All
Try to
right,
make
Gutter
something
Runner
of
is no
yourself.
longer stunned.
Guacamole.
How am I? Well, I get to watch a fantastic game of Blood Bowl and see Snotlings get hit by having a heel go about a foot over their head. So I'm having a great time. That said, with that injury, FenN is now prone to start taking attrition damage himself. That is the end of his available bench. Assuming this drive ends and or we get a tie. I mean, that's how we're going to do that.
That's a natty move. Still,
I'm
willing to
very
bet a good
chun,
punch
quite
on
Li
her
Wan.
face down in the mud.
Very true, Doc. Very true.
With fists raised, he's following up.
It's a KO.
Down next time.
That's those Snotlings. Those Snotlings are good for being around places, but they don't stick in places all that long. It does mean that FenN is down to 9 players on the pitch right now, but that's still a player advantage over the Amazons. Stunning the Gutter Runner again. And House is back on the runner again. He's back.
His strength. Oh dear. I hope that player has written a will, Bob.
Written
No real good hits
players
against
can
that.
barely speak,
You don't have
know,
block to
but
get
all
through the
right.
blitzer.
You should know. You've interviewed enough.
Oh, she's back on the Snotling again. More stuns. At the very least, it's not more removed Snotlings. That being said, the Skaven thrower is faster than everything that the Amazons can field. So, depending on what happens, it'll just be harder and harder over the course of over the rest of this half for the Amazons to catch it. That being said, though, with one line woman, well, two line women right there on that line, it'll not be difficult. They can't get away, but it will have to be a dedicated use to get rid of them. I'm thoroughly surprised at the lack of number of rerolls used this entire game. Like, FenN has not gotten down below, has not used like more than one, I don't think, at all. And Raynor has only used one reroll this half yet too, so... Love how that kick just goes over the Goblin's head, yet he still goes down. Yeah, you really... It's like, I mean, on one hand, you would think that you could maybe do the animations that way, but that's a lot of work to have individual animations interacting with every size. Like, even if you had like small, medium, and large characters, which technically is true, it's still like a number of animations that you would need to create for every type, for every team, against every player size type. That's a lot of extra work that you might not necessarily need to do, but it would definitely be a lot more interesting to not see the kicks fly right over the head of your opponent who's barely up to your knee, and it still hits them, especially if it like breaks their neck or something like that. I mean, frankly, these snotlings are just drop kickable. Speaking of drop kicking snotlings,
That's a native move. Still, I'm willing to bet a good punch will have been face down in the mud.
now there's another one that you really can't argue with. Just the nature of the way sidestep works, right? You throw a right haymaker, and the guy flies to the left. Or you throw a punch with your right, and the guy fly... excuse me? Okay, that's just a visual bug. The Rat Ogre the Rat Ogre is still here. He just looks like he's here, but he's not. They're just refusing to let that gutter runner do anything, which is arguably the thing you need to do. Blood Bowl 3 is being Blood Bowl 3 again. That it is. That it very much is. More Snotling hits. I mean, they are the easy attrition damage to do against an Underworld team. Or the rat believes in magic. I believe in rat magic. That I can be here and there. That my body is it. That my body can be a place and not in that square. But it's magic. It's Warpstone. I think I may have run out of that one just a little bit, but I'm also not.
Unity is strength.
Also, don't know that song perfectly well either. KO!
Hey, things are getting interesting.
Can't argue with that call,
It's really
can you?
getting rough to say. I'm not sure what else there is to say other than just completely going over it time and again and how much attrition is going to benefit FenN.
Awesome.
And at this point, actually, yeah, the best that Raynor can do to stop this tie is to
They've got the advantage.
mark
But
him
there
up.
is no sure thing in Blood Bowl.
That's all he can do. He can't hit him. Speaking of magic, I've been enjoying Neverness to Everness. I don't think I've heard of that one, Kitsu. Blitz into the Goblin. They have block. It's only a stun. It's not more removal, which is what he's looking for. Can he force a mark on the thrower? FenN definitely has to play. Oh, trying to foul the gutter runner again. The foul unstunned the gutter runner.
Opposing team will have to work hard against this player.
Will he risk the GFIs? Goes for one. Goes for two. The Skaven thrower is now marked, and he needs to get away, and that's probably the only thing that FenN should do. It risks the KOs, but both sides have 2 KOs that can come back. It's a GTA Saints Row style gotcha game. Huh. Okay.
That player's free. I'd send the ball to him.
So let's see. FenN could make a couple more hits with the gutter runner. With the rat ogre, but it's the exact same position that Raynor was in earlier. If he fails to make this, he's going to be a difficult situation to come back from. I mean, it's less difficult for FenN in this case, but one dodge does pull up to having us be tied before the end of the third quarter, technically. Looks like you might lose some channel points at this rate. Well, we can't have a tie, but we'll see.
One team is missing its best player.
But, you know, there's a reason I call them poor choices, Doc. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. FenN is down to 10. And Raynor has 6. Raynor gets the ball. We have 3.5 turns left. As this game is definitely going into overtime. Unless something crazy happens. And let's be perfectly honest here. It's Blood Bowl. Crazy. Brilliant coaching. Manager the highest gains a reroll.
That's a good choice for this.
And it looks like...
Are they
Who got
dancing or
that?
fighting?
Raynor gets the reroll.
At last,
That's a KO'd Snotling. It's so weird. Like, I know we talked about this before, but it's so weird to put Snotlings alone on the line of scrimmage. But they can, in fact, just be a frickin' what's the word? Disposable.
That player is as slippery as an eel, but not quite as cuddly. They've got the advantage, but there is no sure.
Only getting one hit, and he is forcing those Snotlings forward regardless. Tenacious little buggers, aren't they? I mean, Harmonic Minor
Slippery
5th.
like an eel.
Harmonic Minor the 5th
Just
is
squash
probably
him
going
next
to be limping off the field here in a second. KO! Still no power repo being used, which I don't blame FenN. That Apothecary is for the Rat Ogre and the Gutter Runner alone. If I bet money I'd be giving my house the Crenbowl League and your firstborn. Now I understand what you were talking about. It took me a second when I saw that firstborn, but then I noticed the rest of your post. It's like, yeah, well, this is why we gamble with channel points, Doc. I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. If I ever found myself in Vegas, I would certainly, I'd certainly take myself to a couple of tables just to try my luck, but not for a whole lot of money, that's for sure. All right, Raynor is under the gun. He's got 3 more turns beyond this to try and score and win this game. Otherwise, it's going to go to a third half in overtime. And if the game is still tied at the end of overtime, we go into kicks, which is exciting enough. but it's a little bit less exciting to think about when the actual mechanic is just dice rolling. Actually won money in Vegas, funnily enough. Lost more here than Vegas. All right, you know what? Sure. Snotling make for good walls and good road bumps. They do, in fact, make good speed bumps. Okay, I don't specifically dislike this positioning. It puts FenN in a bit of a rough spot. He could try to commit and try and get the thrower by sending the Clan Rat and the Blitzer around the backside to Harry. But if he overcommits, that thrower can send any linewoman down the field to potentially score. So this is a balancing act right now, which frankly, if FenN decided to go like just straight murder hobo, is probably... Yeah, murder hobo is what he wants to do here. He needs to keep all of the Amazon line women in contact, in base contact. To minimize the likelihood of stuff.
Let's hope it's going to be okay.
Meanwhile, that Snotling rolling 2 6s on GFIs is going to do I don't know what. That Snotling could try to make a Zarg, like a triple red die block, but that'd be amazing. It'd be ill-advised in the extreme, but it would be amazing. The champion FenN needs. It's the melodic miner, the third, he deserves. A 1-die blitz with block, not bad. That sends the Rat Ogre to the ground, which does open up 2 more of the Amazons. There's no clear alley that is clear enough and open to get Raynor his more easy touchdown that he's looking for. Or if Leastway's not easy, slightly more guaranteed. But that comes with that also comes with territory of being down so many players. It's amazing that FenN has lost more players off of the pitch currently than Raynor, and he still outnumbers the Amazons. But he had a much deeper bench. That said, if Raynor's not careful, he could end up being really bad for his thrower. He's in a position now where he can get hit. He really needs to pull away from these other players. And he rolled double 2 on that dodge, which means he's not going to be as covered as he wants to be. Which means that is a 1-die Splitzer block with block blitz from the Blitzer. Possibly even a 2-die if the Goblin decides to stunty his way through and be a Goblin. Alright, all of his players are marked up. The Rat Ogre's probably going to stay on the ground. Nope, well, yes, he's going to stay on the ground.
Sometimes cute animals like this forget the sport. They embrace the wild.
Oh, he's dodging. And he oh!
It's a bad squad. They need to fire the player that can't dodge, or have them assassinated.
I don't dislike that, but this is proving to come right down to the wire. Does Raynor have the movement to do this? Actually, I don't think he does. He would have to give the ball to. He would have to give the ball to Alien Fatal Melody, and the best way to do that would be to blitz into the Goblin Super Locrian with Masam the Tick from this side, hand the ball off, and then just start running.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
Push him here, and follow up. Hand the ball. Okay, that's fine. Stay put.
Fight some action.
At least we base him up on the side. Good. Now the ball carrier hands off into Alien Fatal Melody, and that is your only chance to win this before the final whistle. Why did you do it from there?
Get rid of the ball. Free up your fists for punching.
Well, probably to mark up the Goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He still needs one more GFI. But none of this is a guarantee. That thrower is still around. The gutter runner is stunned. This snotling can maybe, well, can mark you up at the very least. The blitzer is here.
He's one of the quickest among his race.
Okay, so no more GFIs. But it will be at least a minimum of a dodge unless FenN really rolls badly. It's coming right down to the wire, folks.
Ooh, that's very nice.
Is he going to try to foul the gutter runner again? Would be a good way of basically of helping out if it ends up being that we're going to overtime, which is a non-zero opportunity. But no, he's going to ignore the gutter runner. The gutter runner is basically done for the half.
A good punch will have their face down in the mud.
But ignoring the possibility that you could have removed him on the half. Uh-oh. He made the dodge. Here comes the blitz. 2-die. The ball is loose. That is the end of Rainer's ability to score. And a KO.
Player relieve his team. Well done.
Could it be? Could it be? FenN has an opportunity to win the game right here and now. If he can get the thrower to the blitzer or even the snotling, it's going to have to be the blitzer now. Does FenN see it? He does. He picks it up. It's a handoff. Use that reroll, damn it.
He's got the ball
He got
and
it.
the body.
It's GFIs all the way for the win. He makes it! FenN has scored a touchdown right at the end of the whistle! Rainer has one turn, but what does it matter? I don't think Rainer has an opportunity even with 3 KOs coming back. Dude! Dude!
I smell weakness.
And he can't one turn because I have 3 sidestep.
Yeah,
That
I don't think,
was
yeah, he really
wild.
he doesn't have enough movement. He cannot one turn here. But the only thing that
No, because you need 11. Yeah, if you need 11 for 6 movement as well. Yeah.
But the only thing that could change it for Rainer is if you get a stop the clock.
Oh, true. There is a timeout. But that never happens in Blood Bowl. It's fine.
It never happens in Blood Bowl.
that never happens.
I would like to point out, by the way, I did a prediction after you left.
Yeah.
You were the underdog by 2%.
Oh, on the predictions. Yeah.
It was 48-52 in favor of Rainer. He's gambling on that timeout.
I mean, you have to.
You
There's
have
literally
to.
no other way to win. Yeah. So. Oh, and that's a disgusting kick as well.
Oh.
I mean, there's on the ball, so it
I
could
mean,
still be a
the
timeout. but-
ball could also The ball could also end out in the touchback.
Again, it's Blood Bowl. When does anything bad happen? Haha, okay.
Oh, there's a high
Okay,
kick.
fine. Yeah, GG. That's GG.
That's GG.
Whoa. What a game.
Woo!
Ugh.
Boy, ladies and gentlemen, I feel no worries with calling it here. Your champion, FenN.
I've got another game to play now.
Hey, at least the ways it didn't go to overtime, so you had to push that other game back.
I did say half pass for that reason, so it's fine. It's fine. But, yeah. GG. My word. What
Very
what
big
way to end it.
GG. There we go. We'll complete the prediction for Big Time FenN.
That's so dead. I'm so dead.
GG.
Uh,
Yeah. Ken Rayner, very well played, my friend. I'm sorry that the attrition ended up the way it did. It just started and didn't let up.
yeah, I mean, getting those two blockers out at the first drive, that was just huge.
Absolutely. I mean, I was astounded that you had 4 injuries before turn 2 was done, and that was just across the board, mind you.
I think I was compensating for the last Underworld match I had, where I hit the end of the first half and there was 1 KO that recovered. So it just, like, Blodge just goes either way, right? It's a 50-50 on 4 dice.
It
It's not
really
good
does.
with Blodger. But yes, yeah. What? Yeah. How is that from your perspective? Because I know Underworld is not the most exciting team to observe.
Well, honestly, I thought it was pretty good game to watch, frankly. I mean, the amount of blood definitely helped.
Oh, 100%. 100%. You've got to have the punching and you've got to
Yeah.
have the death.
But on the other hand, it's also nice to actually see what Underworld has become since I last played it. Because when I last played it, it still had swarming.
Oh goodness me! Yeah, no, completely fair. Yeah. I mean, they're still really good. They're still really good, but
Yeah.
they just lean onto the single play style more because you
Yeah.
don't have the advantage of having decent players and more people.
Indeed.
Also, I'd just like to point out the team mascot Lydian Sharp 2, who's managed to survive 14 games without dying as a snotling.
Meanwhile, everybody else at least weighs on 3. Well, except for Ionian number 5.
Yeah, there's a couple, but of the snotlings,
Of the Snotling.
it's the only
sure.
one. It's the snotling that could.
Wait, yeah. Oh yeah. Lady number 2 is the only one that doesn't have a successor. That's right. So yeah, good on that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, there you go. The Snotling who lived.
Yeah, honestly, every TM I do now is going to have a Lydian on it. Like, it's just, it's just going to have to be done. It's going to be my Ditka is what that's going to be.
Congratulations, and from Digi, congratulations to FenN and his new role on the server.
Yeah, that was rapid. Thank you very much.
Well done,
it's
FenN. That Gutter Runner is one of the legends. Admin supremacy over all of Div C.
Absolutely. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, I can meme next season now. It's all good.
Yeah. Depending on whatever
Excellent.
next season looks like.
Oh wow, there is that whole It'll be fine. At least we know we're getting Warhammer Blood Bowl.
Yeah, we're getting it sometime between now and the heat death of the universe.
Yes. Somewhere about halfway, I reckon.
Yeah, probably. Oh, man. But hey, at the very least, like I said, it was a fantastic game to watch. All of those early injuries played a major role, just cascading throughout the whole thing. Rayner put up an amazing fight throughout the whole thing, taking that early lead in the first half.
Yeah, and I was getting very worried with the amount of fouls on my gutter runner in that second half. He really pressured me well.
Oh,
into
yeah.
a quick score.
About a half dozen fouls on the gutter runner. I think I actually fouled the stun out of him once, but
Yeah, it's usually how it goes.
yeah. But
Although
yeah, no,
I am sort.
No, go ahead.
I am sort of disappointed there wasn't an overtime, just because I'm pretty sure we would have both had like 6 or 7 rerolls.
Yeah, like I was
would be-
expecting an overtime too,
Yeah, that last throw in was just like.
I
this season has been lucky moments, right?
I was expecting Raynor to foul the gutter runner again, actually get the injury, and then go into overtime, because overtime with you without the gutter runner would have been the best case scenario for him at that point.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, his tackles were only KO'd, so there was still hope that the tackles would come back and cause me problems.
Yeah, but when you knock the ball out of bounds, that big bounce, that changed the whole thing.
Yeah. It was. I needed a knockdown. I needed a big time play because I had if it scattered onto the pitch, I had no recovery, and it was overtime.
You absolutely got that big time play.
Honestly, this season, the Underworld, like, I do feel like I've dragged them kicking and screaming this far, to be fair. But they have really pulled through in the clutch moments. Like, round of 16, diving tackle came in clutch against some vampires.
Nice.
The last match week, I got pitch cleared, turn 7, and won 2-1. Just because Underworld did stupid stuff. And then my opponent double skulls, like the last 2 turns.
Nice.
So there's been lots of really squeaky bum time moments that I've just pulled through. So I do have a newfound love for Underworld, even if they are incredibly monotonous to play. Yeah.
Wait, at the same time, I've got my own interesting Underworld story. Back when they were released, and I was trying them out on ladder. I got the one time I had somebody rage quit on me. I kid you not, I made a Hail Mary, a big time play style pass with a snotling, mind you, and it worked. And not only did I get the pass, but it got into a touchdown, and then the guy rage quit.
Amazing. Amazing. I love, ladder rage quits are glorious. I think it was it was like beginning before, it was like just when it was open ladder.
Yeah.
I managed to get someone to rage quit because I was playing L and Union. They were renegades. Completely banged me out the first half. Scored turn 1, scored at turn 8, as you do.
Yep.
I very much spite fouled the Rat Ogre on turn 8 and killed it.
Oh no!
and then they rage quit. It was beautiful. It was
absolute beauty in this game. All right. Well, I suppose that you should be getting ready for your next game, even if it is still in this game. But
yeah, absolutely. I'll hop off, get a water break, and then I'll boot up some Chaos Dwarfs into Undead.
All right, sounds fun. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, your champion for Crenbowl Season 25, FenN. All right, you enjoy your other game, man.
I will. Thanks very much, Sean.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the cast.
You're welcome indeed. I always enjoy doing this.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Take care.
Yep. See you, man. All right, guys. So, how was that? That was a fantastic game. That was an absolutely fantastic game. It's really kind of unfortunate that Crendor didn't actually want to cast it, or could cast it, or whatever Crendor did or didn't do today. But yeah, this has been an amazing game. I'm sorry that the people that missed it did. It's been fun. This has been a fantastic season, frankly. Admittedly, I've had, like, my Amazon team didn't do nearly as well as Raynor's, but it was still good. It was still a good league. It was still a good season, and I cannot wait to see what it's going to look like in the next season, whatever it's going to look like in the next season. Oh, well, you're welcome for the stream and the cast. Like I said, I do very much enjoy it. I just don't do it enough because I'm busy in my own right. But at the very least. All right. Is Crendor streaming? Because last I knew... No, he is not. Otherwise, I would raid into him. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of chatter in that Discord. All right. Okay. Well, I need to be not going all over that. But Marin and Bitwise aren't? Oh, that's true. You know what? Sure. Let's... You know what? Why not? Why not? You guys enjoyed watching FenN win here. Why don't we send you over to Bitwise so you can watch him and FenN play some more? How about that, huh? So we are going to /raid into... Is he even on right now? Bitwise, Bard. All right, there we go. We'll send you over there to Bitwise's stream to have some more fun in Blood Bowl and FenN. Go cheer on our new champion, as once again, FenN has won Season 25. Which means the entire season is over for us. Keep an eye out for signups for Season 26, whatever that's going to look like, wherever that's going to look like. Thank you all for hanging around, chatting, being all around cool dudes, and sticking with us for more Blood Bowl. There's going to be more of it eventually. There's certainly going to be more Marin Mixed Mayhem at some point. But until then, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.
He's dead.